17th, 2:26 in the morning. This is a actual video. I'm actually trying. It's a movie review. I like to call these a retro movie review. Let's look up retro real quick. Hold on, my apologies, folks. When I speak, you gotta know what you're talking about, and sometimes you gotta see that in real time, or and sometimes you gotta see that in error. So what is retro for real? Let's look it up. Retro. It's a imitative of a style, fashion, or design from recent past. That's one definition to it. Relating to reviving or being the styles and especially the fashions of the past. Fashionably nostalgic or fashion. So really, it's really intended for fashion, but in a style or a nostalgic basis to it. This is a retro movie review. Alright, and we're going to be talking about Troy, directed by Wolfgang Petersen, released in 2004, an epic historical drama that brings to life the legendary Trojan War based on Homer. Iliad? I think it's called Iliad, but that's the basis of it, summary of it. Now, as a kid, you know, back in like 2000, I'll say 2005 to 2019, that was a golden year for modern film to me, you know. I didn't grow up watching Disney, Nickelodeon, cartoon that much. I'm in tune with it. I was in tune with that, but something told me in the back of my head, you need to dibble and dabble and see what's out there. And what did you think I did? I did that, and it opened my mind a lot quicker to things. Believe it or not, you can learn from film, and once I dipped my toe or got exposed to it, it was like a floodgate of just pure good film, no matter what it is. Action, romance, science fiction, noir, horror. At a young age, you look at things different. So, and Troy was one of those, and we have plenty more to speak on other than Troy. But it stars Brad Pitt as Achilles, Eric Bana as Hector, and Orlando Bloom as Paris. Now, mind you, that is a nice roster of at that time, probably A-class actors. Some still thriving like that, like Brad Pitt, or maybe even Eric Bana. Orlando Bloom, he's always been on and off to me, but he always shine in other films, like probably Pirates of the Caribbean. Maybe some other films. One that I noticed that came to the top of my head was probably Outpost on Netflix. He got plenty more stuff he's been in, but not as prevalent. Now, Eric Bana, he's a great actor to me. It's just, you see him on certain films, not blockbuster really no more, but maybe on a Sundance or a film to where it's not blockbuster like I said before, but sentimental and or has great weight in other styles in film. I don't have the name right now, but if you get what I'm saying, you understand. Now let's talk about what makes the film great to me, and what it changed for cinematography or visuals. For instance, the film is visually stunning with impressive scenes that carry weight to this time right now, without the past of what people saw with what little they had. It carries on today, and I feel like Troy was one of the ones that helped carry the visual and cinematography to a whole nother level. It captures somewhat the ancient world to the modern eye, to a if I might say. The cinematography is effectively show the conflict and the battles throughout the film, even though it has probably not that many battle scenes, but when you do see it, it's visually stunning, and it has an impact to who lives, who dies, or just the rawness of it, you know. And we are saying the rawness of it in a Hollywood film. it's quite what's the word? I'm gonna just say funny. You know, it's a word for it, but it's quite funny that you say the rawness in the Hollywood film. You know, but hey, it's entertainment at the end of the day. Plot and pacing. Now, from my own standpoint or my own viewership, when I was younger, I did fall asleep or got bored in some areas. Who's not in some certain films? No film is perfect, but in the areas it did fall short, it was just probably characters that did not get developed as much, or drawn out dialogue that could have got quicker to the point, or things like that. But then again, it did also give balance. Don't nobody want to see a fight scene or a battle scene every 10 to 20 minutes in a film. You gotta have some type of structure, you know. But to elaborate more, the plot and pacing throughout the film can't be perfect. They tried their best to make the film to life, and life has is important dialogue, it's important backstory to why these things even occurring. It takes its own liberties of the myth and it strays away from the purists, you know, as in the people who, like, for example, people in comics, people ask for exactly what they read or what was transcribed and what the exact thing, when certain people don't realize it can't always be like that. You gotta at least differ some type of way to from just context or things that you probably can't show, which I honestly don't agree with that too, but you probably can't show at a time that they made this film. And even now, some people probably don't want to see something that was probably taken literal from actual life or mythical life, you know. So, and that's the beauty of like making films. You can reiterate it so many times. But to continue, the pacing may be uneven, like I said before, to certain viewers due to developing characters throughout the film. And most noticeable is Orlando Bloom, which is funny. I found a word, which is ironic, which is very ironic. Which leads me to character development. Some characters, the main characters are developed to their fullest extent at that time, in my opinion. Some did their job. Some didn't. Some were just filler. And we all got that movie to where we noticed that to a T. So to continue, some characters have depth to them and some don't. But in my opinion, if it's delivered fairly, it serves its purpose. For instance, Brad Pitt. The story has a highlight of drive, pride, and desire for glory. For Achilles, Eric Bana depicted as a noble warrior. Orlando Bloom given the right balance towards the two. No, let me backtrack. Eric Bana depicted as a noble warrior. Polar opposites given the right balance toward the two sides of the climactic war. So we already got the basis of the two main characters fighting in the war on two different sides, which I guess personify this whole story. You know, two different goals in the actual war. So that right there is that's storytelling to me, you know. And to actually put a whole war into these two characters and still deliver on it really do deliver on it, you know. So that's one thing about this film. It actually delivers on its promises, or tells you, even though this is documented or scribed, to where this happened. This is how it's going to happen because it's already been written in a way. So that's beautiful to me. But to continue, and to be true, some do fall short. Like I said, Orlando Bloom, the character which he has less character development, but causes a major impact in it during the first, probably, I want to say like 30 minutes of it. Brody on a whole different, Brody's different. Okay. I just want to say he did redeem himself, but the way he got redeemed is throughout the film. It's only small nuggets, but those nuggets are really impactful just on a personal level, you know. This movie is super old, so ain't no point in saying, oh, I'm gonna spoil it. Brody's like a lover boy that fucked the game up for a lot of niggas. I mean, that fucked the game up for a lot of guys. And just because of his own, I would say lustful nature, but that lustful nature turned into actual passion for love that he not willing to let go, and that's strong. So strong. Men go to war over it, even though that's not the reason why war began in this film. It's just it took the initiative of just, all right, we have a reason, and men go straight to glory. That's what it really is. But it's glory in love. For real, for real. Once you got it, it's hard not to let go. You know what I'm saying? Once you got that taste of power, it's hard to let go. That love between it. Love is so strong, bro. And that's what. And another film I want to talk about, Interstellar. Boy, Christopher. We gonna say that. We gonna say that because they get excited right there. But he redeemed himself. To be honest with you, he started off as a person who thought he knew what love and war was. He did not know anything about it. Some people, like Orlando Bloom, I forgot the character name, like Orlando Bloom, as Paris, did not know until he walked through that fire. If we're gonna be figurative about it, when he walked through that fire, he understood things, and his moral compass or his determination has to change in order to make change, and he did that towards the end. Brody picked up a bow. We fast tracking right now, but Brody picked up a bow, got skilled with it, and ended up killing the most top tier dude in the film. So like, to me, that's redemption given to him for the sake of everything he lost and everything he caused. Why not put it in his hands to end things as well? You know what I'm saying? And that's beauty right there, twin. That's beauty. To move forward, we gonna keep it busting, keep it moving. Action and combat. Now, the action to me is like I said, rawness is one, and to me the most impactful thing is the one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? We love one-on-ones. The one-on-ones get hectic, but the one-on-ones get serious because you got more to lose. You got everything online, and the way that they show that when it's time to get active, for real, they show that. But in my opinion, it's way more sentimental between the one-on-ones. Majority of those happen between the main characters, Hector, Achilles, Paris. When people don't want to lose their lives and they just take back to the old ways, just one-on-one, and we can all get this thing done, over with, and we can go home. I love that, because it's just, don't nobody want to lose their life over another man's glory or over another man conquering, you know? Why not just take it that way? But the best one-on-one to me is Hector versus Achilles. Now, mind you, backtrack. Hector goes against his cousin. I forgot his cousin name. He's a side character, but well respected to Achilles, though. Hector kills his cousin. Hector kills Achilles' cousin, and it just draws more strength to Achilles, and leading to Hector's eventual doom. And when I watch this movie over and over again, it's not actual doom, but it's a well respected fight scene in the scene and out the scene. That right there was something serious. That final blow, it was just damn. At least my boy went all in. At least he went all in, you know, and you cannot dislike that. You cannot say you don't respect that. At least he came out and did what he thought he could do. So I 100% like that movie just because of that. that if it gave in on his purpose and how to settle disputes, and it's hard when everybody just watching your loved ones and all that, and they see you fall short, but at the end of the day, you chose to be out there. You chose to get in that fight, twin. You better come out strong. So I love that. I love that for this film, you know. And more films probably done that to that effect too. But since I seen it when I watched this over and over again through the years, that right there is just different to me. Music and score. Made by James Horner. It gives additional emotional depth, not skipping a beat, more like adding beat to your heart, more stake in the film, if you get what I'm saying. Helping yourself immerse like you were actually there, like you yourself had a decision to make in that film, and that's great for a person who can create a score like that at that time and keep you on edge. So that music played as any part as anything else. It's literally a musical movement, you know. How can you hate on that? It's literally a musical movement. You need it just like how you visually need to see something to its fullest potential. That's what a score is. That's what a score needs to be, you know. So I love that. But to close this out, overall, this is a great film to watch over and over again that can satisfy anyone, no matter what background, because it does not fail to entertain in love, desire, and action. It does not fail in those criterias that I seen in this film. If you disagree or you feel like it could have been better, let me know. Let a nigga know. Like I said, this is a great retro film I wanted to talk about. I got plenty more, but we gonna try other things too, like reactions, new films, comparing films, all type of stuff. I'ma just have it chopped down and ready to go. You know, this is just the first. There's plenty more to come. I know I'm late to the scene, but hey, I'm late to the scene, but I'm always on time. If you know, you know, but I'm always on time. Cause the ones who come gonna do what they supposed to do. It's Love Scribe. I might change my name, but it's Scribe. My name's Jamar Lockett too, my actual name. Check me out. My Instagram is Last Scribe. My second one is Man's New Age. I think that's what it's called. I just made it like a couple days ago, but that's my second Instagram. I never be shutting out stuff. This stuff is crazy, but I just had this on my heart. I just wanted to do something, you know. When you got that in you, you just got to do it and follow through, come through, you know. And I'm ready. So I thank you for whoever sees this. Thank you for whoever gave their time to watch me. Like I said, if you got any interests or want to help me build this up in any type of way, I'm all ears and I'm ready for criticism. You know, without criticism, ain't shit gonna change, twin. You need that. But love, twin. Thank you for watching. Do your thing if you want to, and you already know what that is. Help. Love.